we are charting the higher octave with British indie alternative pop artist called Sicky, and I'm speaking with Mick Butler. Hi, Mick.
Hi
Welcome.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Aloha? Is that right?
Aloha. That's right.
Is
Yeah.
that?
Oh no, it's kind of like dark aloha, but the aloha. I'm
Uh,
just,
uh, oh, is that a daytime thing?
it's a, yeah. It's kind of like no, no. It's yeah, aloha. Yeah, you're right. Aloha. Yeah.
Oh, gee, it's morning there, isn't it? What I'm talking about.
It's
It's
morning.
dark here.
Yeah, morning aloha. Yeah. Yeah, and
Okay.
you're in England. Which part?
Yes, in Shropshire, which is in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm sort of originally from Wolverhampton, which is about 12 miles, 15 miles, 20 kilometers up the road. But this is beautiful Shropshire.
I've
So,
never been to that part of England.
oh yeah, check it out. It's glorious. Particularly today, it's been beautiful,
Oh,
sunny
it doesn't rain that
March
much.
day.
It's not raining today.
It's gorgeous. No, no, I think it's tomorrow. I think it's changing, but it's been no, yeah, beautiful. Like sunbathing weather for us.
Really? Oh, wow.
Maybe not for you guys, but yeah, for us.
Well, we're always sunbathing here, except me. I'm not. I don't sunbathe, but it is a sunbathe place. But
I bet, yeah, I bet. It's a bit boring though, isn't it? Sunbathing. It gets a bit
I go moonbathing. No, I'm just joking.
nice. I like it. Who doesn't love the moon?
I prefer it over the sun, but I like the sun. Some in the morning or in the evening when it's about to fall to go down and go up. Rise and yeah, I like that part of the sun.
Yeah,
But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm always honored to meet somebody new I've never talked to before. And what I found really interesting about your project is the name. Like most people would probably say, why did you call the band Sicky?
well, it's not really a band, but
Your project.
it's kind of getting that way. There's a few people getting involved, and on the recordings, but I mean, basically, I was in a band um a while back, and a good friend of mine still is the bass player in this band because my name's Mick, and this producer used to call me. He's very Cockney, if you know what that. They're London, very London,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're Wolverhampton boys, and he used to call me Mickey Boy. And my bass player friend,
Uh,
he hated it, so he turned Mickey into Sicky
okay, got
just to give it a swerve. So he stopped doing it, I think, and then he just that was it. I'm not sick or anything. He just called me Sicky, and
I know.
it's
Oh, yeah.
stuck.
It's a play on word, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, that's the first
yeah.
thing that I was going, oh, okay, interesting. And then of course I have to listen to the tracks to try to figure out, okay, I wonder where that come from. So, how did you start out in music? You must, I know most musicians, they love music from the time they were little.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just in my blood, but as a little kid with my parents, going to working men's clubs on a Saturday night, and they'd have bands,
Hmm.
um, real cheesy cabaret bands. But I was absolutely mesmerized by the people playing, particularly the guitars for some reason. I'm a secret drummer. I love drums as well, but I just as a very little thing, I used to just get right in amongst it, and I'd be dancing, and they'd be singing things like "Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree" and God knows what. But I was just mesmerized, and I just wanted to play music. So I think I had a toy trumpet that was like my favorite thing in the world. So it's in there somewhere. But and also my brother was a DJ doing um, not radio DJ, but he had a big DJ collection of records. And when he wasn't looking, I used to raid the record boxes and just listen to all this
Also,
wonderful.
he was a vinyl DJ.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh,
absolutely.
wow. Okay, yeah, that's great.
But it was all this like beautiful northern soul music,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Needle in a Haystack is a good example. I just thought, this is, what is this? This is amazing. So yeah, it's sort
Oh,
of carried
yeah.
on from
I'm the
there,
same
really.
way. I love vinyl. I collect vinyl.
It's a big thing
Oh,
again.
yeah, all kinds of not just necessarily my genre that I do a lot of, but I do like I have soul vinyl, R&B and classic
Yeah.
R&B and all that kind of stuff and disco, you know.
Oh, I love a bit of disco.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So your
Uh,
brother was doing vinyl. Was he DJing in the nightclubs in England?
yeah, well, we were kind of village, well, for one of a better village people. They were more like birthday bashes or any excuse to have a party kind of DJ. Uh, you get yeah, and functions is there just, but yeah,
Function.
not
I like that.
not not
Function.
a proper club. Yeah, just
No, I like that. You just gave me an idea. Function. How good
uh-huh.
is that? Oh yeah. So are you a DJ too?
No, God, no, 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 no. Actually, my other half is collecting vinyl right now as well because we've got all these little record shops popping up.
Yeah.
Even
Oh
in our
really?
in our little town, Bridge North, there's two record shops, and it's only a small town, and it's brilliant because and they're gonna the one particular one is gonna start promoting local artists and stuff and putting on little gigs and things, and it's a whole new.
In
It's
the
quite
record
it's
store.
yeah, yeah, tiny little
Really?
record shop,
Yeah.
and so refreshing
Uh-huh.
to see these guys getting into it. And the shop's always busy, and so it is a it seems to have gone full circle. So it's really cool. So
Yeah. I noticed that lately. There's some record shops would have like gigs inside, you know?
yeah, 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 yeah. I
And, you
think
know,
that's what he's thinking of. Yeah,
yeah, and what's interesting about doing that is that there's an acoustic. It sounds better in there because the books make it that give it that sound. It
right.
bounces around, It's like really you don't if you don't have anything in there, it'd be like horrible.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you need the paddings on the wall, that kind of thing. You need
Even the records themselves are causing
yeah,
creating a
the book.
sound,
Yeah,
which is
and it's so
that's a
cool.
nice thing.
And it's so cool, if you got posters on the wall, just like
Yeah,
it reminds me back in the 80s and they were in the 70s they were kind of doing that too. But anyway, yeah, so I was just
cool.
wow, you gave me some great ideas with function. So
Get
cool.
yourself have yourself a barn dance. I'll get my brother. He'll come and do it.
So is it just you and your brother?
Mm, yeah, yeah. He's it's just me and my brother. Yeah, but he's not in the band. No, no.
Okay.
Um,
But yeah, I could tell you guys are musically inclined then. You love music. It's just passion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definitely and probably came from both my parents as well. Um, but yeah, yeah. I do wonder about people who don't get music sometimes. I think, oh God, that's
And
tough.
no, you have to.
But, you know,
Yeah, if
and
you're if
all sorts of music as well. It doesn't have to be. I
yeah,
love it. All sorts of genres of music. It's take a bit,
I think if you
let
love
it affect you.
if you love music, you have to have people around you that love music. If they have no connection to music with you, then there's just no connection.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. It's a long lift ride, isn't it?
music is a big priority. I mean, it's almost like a job you're applying for a job in a relationship with anybody. First criteria that you have to have is music connection,
Definitely. It's
right?
a good start.
For
It's a
me, I
good
don't know
start.
it's for you. I know for people that love music. Because if there's no connection to that, it's just that's the end of the connection. It's just like
Yeah,
talk about.
have a good life.
But anyway, that's what we have. We have this connection to music, and so it's
Yeah.
a pleasure to hear your latest album, which is called Trouble Delight. I love the album cover. Where
Yeah, yeah.
where is that place?
Right, that is. I took that photograph, and that is in Bangkok.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a one night stopover because I was flying from there, and I just had a walkabout, and I couldn't believe that they just set up shop on the railway lines of this.
I
Um,
know. You'd
it,
be amazed. I mean, people are sitting there right in the very edge of the rail selling these
it's
things, and then when you go over them, I mean, you just go over them, they're right this close, right?
it's
That,
incredible. And
that-
I think I even thought at the time, I thought that'd make a great record cover, and it's on many many years ago now, really. But I've always kept it in mind. And this album title sort of come up, and I thought I've got the perfect picture for that. And luckily, I took it at the time, and I think it suits. I think I think it works.
Yeah. So this is the third album that you release.
Yeah,
It was released this year in February of 2025.
yeah. I don't know if there is a theme really. It's another accidental album for me. Like I was saying earlier, I don't really plan.
Yeah.
A little idea will pop out, and I think, oh, that's all right. No, I better record that. Then one leads to another song, and the next thing you know, I'm spending best part of a year putting an album together. But I think one song seems to inspire what the next one should be. It's almost like, okay, that's that kind of. So what we need is something that's a bit darker, or so there's plenty of pop in there, but there's a dark enough edging and with some of them as well. But I don't think is there a theme. Just yeah, if they're over 3 minutes, they're out. So the theme is they've got to be short and
Oh yeah, yeah.
hit you between the eyes, and
Oh.
yeah, hopefully they're vital sounding and fresh enough. They're all brand new, so hopefully that it's yeah. I couldn't put a theme on it though. I don't know.
So,
Yeah, it's
did you write them all? Like there's 12 tracks in here.
yeah,
And it starts off with a really good track, which I really like. It has a really good beat to it. It's called Billy Cousins. I love the title.
yeah.
Is that is
You
that
know,
a is that a are a lot of these songs like inspired by an experience?
some of them are.
Yeah.
That one isn't.
Oh yeah.
That is weird because I woke up with in the very early hours of the morning with the Billy Cousins line going around my head, and even the name. I don't know who Billy Cousins is. I have no idea.
It's a great song. It's a great
Just
title.
oh bless you. It's getting a good reaction actually from people that I know are going, oh yeah, that first one. But yeah, some of them are from personal experiences, either me or uh, things we've done. For instance, The Hill, which is one of the later tracks, is me and my other half, Helen, did this sponsored walk a couple of years ago, and it's like grueling 22 miles for charity. So it was, we did it, but somehow they did this. Someone sadistic who created this 22-mile course. It's uphill all the way for the
Oh
first
my
11
gosh.
miles, and
Really?
uphill on a different route back for the next 11 miles. So it's just like, so that song is totally lyrically is inspired by that wonderful experience.
Do
We
you,
made it. We
do
made
you
it.
do you do runs and walks and stuff like that in
No,
England?
I used to run a lot, but not now. I've actually done that walk twice, but that we never again. No, never again. I will support anybody who wants to do it though.
Yeah,
I'll
it's good.
sponsor you.
It's a good buttocks exercise going up the hill.
Oh, killer, absolute killer. But the beautiful thing was we thought we were nearly home, and we could see this hill, and it's like a country lane going up into the distance, and we thought, no, we can't be going up there. And then we saw these tiny little dots of there's lots of people doing this walk. I
Uh-huh.
thought, oh no, we are. And after I don't know, after about 20 miles, they send you up this last ridiculous incline. But at the top of this hill, a wonderful family who live at the top of the hill were supplying these tiny little shots of beer or little drinks, only little plastic cups, and we had a little go on that, and it was like totally revitalized just by this tiny little bit of beer. And that's what the song talks about at the end of the song. It's just
The
getting that
hill.
into your veins. It's
The
just
hill,
the
right?
hill and that little bit of beer that just gave us that little bit of extra energy that we needed
Yeah,
to do
you
it.
know what's really interesting about some of these tracks, especially The Hill, that there's a specific contradiction or tension in the song, right? And it's interesting you said that now to me because you're talking about the that long journey going up that hill, which is
It's
gonna
life, isn't it?
yeah, which is gonna take a long time to get up there, right? But
Oh
then
yeah.
the song is one of the shortest songs in the album, right?
Oh, it is. It's about 2 minutes, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's like a contradiction.
Isn't
A,
it just?
a journey and then going it's gonna take so long to get up to the hill, but this song is short.
I like that. But
Yeah.
I'm of the thinking that one thing I do plan is I work out an arrangement before I start recording, before I start committing to recording. So so there's no extra fat on the songs, and if that's what did the job, which was like 2 minutes, then that's done the job. I don't need to add anything to it. That's how it is. That's how it is. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it
and
is really short, isn't it?
yeah, no, it's great. It's good short. So some songs are good short. I mean, especially now with TikTok and everything, everybody likes everything short.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard that. They because they get. I don't. They just go for the. If as long as they play for about a minute and a half, they get their royalties, and then they just that's it. That'll do.
Yeah.
Enough.
And I can see your songs going into TikTok, into the music that people use for TikTok.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'm a bit of a. I don't really do TikTok, but people just pick these and do it anyway, don't they?
Yeah, because everybody likes
Uh,
everything short these days. People have a short attention span now.
they do. Yeah, yeah.
Everything is cut short.
Led Zeppelin wouldn't have happened, would it?
Yeah, so some songs that are like 11 minutes long. I mean, disco had long music. Some of them were quite long.
Ah, I feel love, Donna Summer. Good
But you
God, what a song! I mean, that's see that's the sort of production I get inspired by because I mean that's from way back, isn't it? I don't know, is that 70s or something? But it was so shockingly original at the time. I mean, it was blew everybody away, and it sounds as fresh today.
oh, disco,
Uh,
yeah. Mhm.
and there's a few like that, but I mean that's a good example.
I don't think
And yeah, yeah, long but brilliant.
yeah, I love disco. I don't think anything can ever. Disco is my one of my favorites. The
Yeah,
foundation of dance music, right? And
absolutely, yeah,
and
yeah.
where can you replicate that anymore? They use the real deal sound to get that. I mean, I love the sound of disco. It's just
Well,
and then some of them are so long that there's a part of the song that repeats itself. And some in the beginning, back in the day, they would have long intros.
yeah.
I'm not saying that I love music today. I mean, it's just good to there's a difference. I mean, going back in the day. I mean, there's just I don't know.
But I think there's the freedom of being able to dance to the disco stuff, get lost in music. But I don't think people knew how long these things were. But so long as it was, I think the productions on these things were amazing,
Yeah,
and
it's a lot
so
of
it worked. It wasn't boring long, was it? And people would just get on the dance floor and lose themselves, wouldn't they? So,
right, right, yeah, with their disco fluorescent. I mean, they're the shining
oh
disco.
man,
Their baggy pants. What do you call those? They go out like this in the end. I mean, yeah, and their big thick shoes and with the big heel.
yeah. But there was an era. I mean, I used to Frankie Goes to Hollywood were
Uh-huh, yeah.
a wonderful thing, and they did epic. They were events. Their singles were like events. Two Tribes and the videos, and they went on forever. And
Oh yeah, yeah. They got long extended. Yeah, I love
we'd
Frank.
be on the dance floor to that lot. It was same thing, really. Yeah, awesome production again. So,
Absolutely. So I know there are some tracks in here. Are there any unconventional instruments you use in this production on this
oh
list?
God, yeah,
Reading about
yeah.
you could talk a little about that. I'm there. I found that really interesting.
W- Um, well, I sort of um, my other half's kids, um, Lily and Scarlett, they performed on "I'm Happy If You're Happy," and it's kind of chaos, but an absolute joy. It was a right laugh. But I borrowed a lot of their instruments that they've got, even a little drum kit. It's a real drum kit, but it's a smaller one. And I used the stuff I've got here as well. But they got a box full of there's a knackered old violin and a ukulele, percussion things, xylophones, and all this. I used all of that on various tracks. So you'll hear there's no samples. It's me playing, hitting,
Oh
and
wow.
sometimes the girls are whacking things as well. You can hear it, the chaos. So yeah, the ukulele worked really nice on one of the songs.
Which
I,
song
I
is
think
that one
I
in?
think that. I use that on I'm Happy If You're Happy and
Oh, okay.
Mankind, which is that tiny little quiet one
I love that
towards the
one. I
end.
love Mankind. I think that's one of my favorites.
Oh, cool. Oh, I, that was a late adding to the album. It just happened. But my niece sang on that,
Mm-hmm.
um, and added another dimension. Just that it's subtle. There's not a lot to the song. It's very subtle,
Yeah.
but just that little female voice singing the lyric "Mankind" kind of works for me. There's something nice about that. And yeah,
Oh,
and throughout the album, we've got this brilliant, wonderful double bass player called Jem Bone,
yeah, yeah. I
who
was just
I've
gonna
got to
mention.
know.
I was just gonna mention her. Yeah, it's good. You read my mind. Yeah.
Oh
So
God,
tell me about how that collaboration happened. Now she plays on double bass.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And she hasn't been playing that long. She's been playing about a year and a half, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just such a natural. But I've known her. I live in a little town called Bridge North in Shropshire, and they have a music festival every summer. And
Mm-hmm.
she helps organise that with her husband. So I've got to know them a bit because I played the festival a few times.
Uh-huh.
But they were holding a jam night in one of the pubs, and I was in the process of recording these songs at the time, and I just saw her thumping away on this double bass, and she's so natural,
Oh, really?
and I
Wow.
just thought that that would be perfect for. There's four of the songs that I knew for sure that would be perfect on. So I sort of asked her that night, "So how do you fancy recording with me?" She was like, "Absolutely." She's never done recording before, and she's just brilliant. She's It worked. I wasn't too sure how to mic the thing up because they're beasts, these massive bloody double bass thing.
I
But
know. Stand-up bass,
got
right?
got away with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's a
brilliant.
stand-up bass, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's much bigger than she is. But she just gives the songs this natural, beautiful bounce. Really added to the songs, and it's giving it things like there's the song called yeah, Slide,
Slide, yeah.
which
I like
it
that one.
almost gave it like a bluegrass feel, having the real double bass on there. And I just let her go, just go for it. What do you feel naturally you want to do? Let's have a look. Let's try things. And it was pretty immediate. She's like, "Yep, that's good." So I recorded it, and it was yeah, a joy, a really really cool experience. And we've since done some gigs. Did an album launch gig.
Oh yeah. A
Uh,
live shows? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, done a couple, and another one just I think it was last Friday or the Friday before, which was supporting um somebody that used to be in the Zootons, I think it was, or Coral, or both, and that was really cool. But we've got the girls up singing as well, so on the last two tracks.
Yeah.
So it's just yeah, it's a bit of fun, but it worked. It's very good. Yeah.
And then I know one of your songs have a sample. I think it was My Girls.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's
That is quite a mass in the
My Girls
pit.
Gone. Yeah.
Are you familiar with that film?
Yeah.
I love that film. And
That's a
it's
sample you took it from?
yeah, it's there's a little section in the film where I forget the actor's name now.
Ah.
He's been affected by this alien craft that's they've found in a subway in London. It's a beautifully old film. It's a 1960 something, I would have thought, but it's a Hammer film. So I got in touch with Hammer Films in London, and the one guy there was so helpful, helped me clear that it'd be okay to use it. I mean, it's just a little bit of dialogue. There's no music. It's just his little bit of dialogue, and
Yeah.
it's just such a wonderful little intro. So I'm going to persevere with this, and they were great. So I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, I love that film. I love. I'm a bit of an old sci-fi fan,
Oh
basically.
yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
will watch any old 50s, 60s sci-fi. I love it. It's just the atmosphere of it is just wonderful.
Yeah, there's thinking of sci-fi, there's a favorite of mine. Oh God, I can't think of it right now.
This
They're
happens to
like
me a lot.
no, no, they're like blue people. Maybe you might know. They're blue people. Wait, let me think.
Ah, oh, How old's this film?
Really old, like the 60s. Um, I would have to Google it to find out. I can't remember in
Yeah.
my head right now. I have to. It hasn't been on my mind. Only now you mention it to me. They're like blue people, and then there's like a person, and they're weird. I mean, it's like one of the first movies I ever saw. Um, that's
Trying to picture it.
let me see here. I actually have it on vinyl. Let me think. So it's not Avatar, okay, but I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
Here it is. Fantastic Planet.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God.
That it's actually based on a 1957 film novel. Yeah, 1957. So it's some French, I think. Well, and then it's translated.
Awesome. Which makes it even more
Have you seen that movie?
out there, doesn't it? It rings a bell. It
Yeah,
does ring
it's
a
kind
bell. I've
of
heard of it.
it's like it's like animated. Yeah, it's not it's animated.
Okay.
It's really ahead of their time.
I will look it up though. It sounds good.
Yeah, the
I
fan.
got I got a little album called Bowling Balls, which was the first of the three, which was sort of partly inspired by the Martian Chronicles,
Uh-huh.
which is
Yeah.
A Bradbury book. And just reading this book, and it's you're in there with this book, and it created such a. I could see I was there, and it just rubbed off on me a lot. And it's
Hmm.
it you can hear it in the album. I mean, it's all the old those sci-fi sounds, the quirky keyboard sounds that they use, and things like that. It's wonderful flavors. But
Oh,
yeah, and they could obviously their effects are so basic back then, but I think there's a certain charm to all that. These days is a little bit too. They can do anything, can't they? And to
yeah.
reel it back a
Everything
bit
now.
and get a bit more real and believable, really. But there you go. That's my opinion on it.
Um, were there any non-musical influences that shaped this album as well? Like whether it's I guess we're talking about books and
Um,
film, maybe books or film or anything that's not music related.
I mean,
Um,
I'm always influenced by things that are happening in the world, and
yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
you can't help but notice what's going on in the world right now. It's just a bit
Mm,
frightening, isn't it?
yep, very.
If, God, where do you start? But also family things like my mum's had a long illness, and that's rubbed off on a lot of the music I've done in the last certainly 3 years. Um,
I mean, you're talking about the two previous albums.
yeah, particularly bowling balls,
That
because
the Bowling Ball is the debut album you had, right? That was recorded
yeah,
COVID during the COVID times.
that's right. Yeah, but what my mum had a stroke. Bless her. She's no longer with us, but she battled like a good one. Um, and I moved in with her to help care for her, and I just took my guitar, blank paper, an old. Well, I can record on my phone. We're going to get ideas, but I even had an old cassette player. And the months, it was a real snowy winter over here as well. So it was just this atmosphere. And being back in my childhood bedroom was just. And I wrote the album there in between,
Mm.
just make sure mum was okay, and we had carers coming in. So all of this dark feeling, yeah, I think just rubbed off in the songs that came out, just spilled out of me then. But it was tough times. The people that were coming in and helping and caring was so kind, uh, and my mum was just so philosophical about it all.
Oh,
It's not a sad um, sounding record, but if you listen to it, you'll hear the underlying theme is quite a bit of pain, but done in a hopefully an upbeat,
yeah.
not too sad
I'm
kind of way.
sorry to hear
Anyway,
that about your mom, but yeah,
oh bless you, yeah. But
but
this
you
is
know,
life. I mean,
but being with someone you love, rather than putting her on a care home, I guess. I mean, she feels the love, because you're there with her. So living with her, moving in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and she cared for family members before, so it was her turn to be cared for, basically. So that's just it's this plumbing conveyor belt we're on, isn't it? Really, I mean, what can we do?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's tough. But anyway, that proves that I am affected by things that are going on around me. Yeah, the next if I do another album, it won't be planned, but it'll probably be about the crazy times that are happening in this
In the world,
certainly the political world at the moment is just
all over the world, not just
yeah. There's a lot going on, isn't there? So I know musicians and artists, painters will feed off this, and they'll get inspired by this. It's just
Hmm.
yeah, a way of releasing
I'm sure, yeah.
all of this anguish, really. So
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
So I know Garbage Town, that's the album previous to this. That
yeah,
came out in 2021.
yeah. I think that there was a lot of personal stuff in that as well. That was about a journey. Um, Somebody close to me going through difficult times, and
Um,
um, so it wasn't an actual town. It was more of a place, a state of mind. Really, thinking back now, that was a lot of it was inspired by just getting through this thing and getting out the other side. But again, doing it in a quite a poppy kind of way. And yeah, I haven't listened. I don't listen to much music. Full stop, really. But I don't listen to my own stuff. It's just
mhm.
um, not yet. Anyway, I will. It's better to look back and stuff because when
Yeah.
you're in the eye of it, it's. But I'll have to listen to Garbage Then. I can't remember what's on there now. But it went down well. Anyway,
Uh,
I think it went down okay.
so you were telling me
Yeah.
that you make another album. Are you starting on that now, or do you have something in mind, or it's just gonna come out?
No,
It's just
no.
okay.
No, I mean this is so fresh. This one, just try and promote this as much as I can because I'm doing it all by myself.
Hmm.
It's lovely to have other people involved like Jen, and starting to get a network of people who in our area that are offering lovely gigs, really nice special gigs, and a network of bands that we've got to know, a couple of venues,
Hmm.
and I suppose it's a little scene really going on, but
Yeah.
and just see where it takes. See where it takes you. No, if I get any more ideas, it'll just happen down the line somewhere. I'm not planning on anything. I've only just learned how to play these buggers.
Well, you're doing a great job, getting out there,
Oh,
playing and collaborating with people. That's a good thing.
yeah, well, I've always been in bands over the years, but not for a long time. But to have Jen on this lovely double bass just over on my left hand shoulder, it gives me so much confidence because she's so confident, and
Hmm.
it
Oh
and
yeah.
it just it's you can feed off that. It's like when you're on your own, it's a bit like oh, it's okay, but he's actually it is working really well. We
Mm.
we seem to clicked, So
Yeah.
see
So
if it goes anywhere. We'll see.
so you play. Well, what instruments do you play again?
Well, mainly I'm a guitarist. I can just about
And
say
then
I'm a guitarist, but the other things I've got like drums that I'll do all the drumming on the recordings and percussion. I've got a keyboard there which I can make chords and little melody lines, but I can't play two hands. But I can come up with the little melody lines. But I'm going to buy a piano and stick it over there because I've always wanted a piano. So I'm going to treat myself and try and learn a little bit of piano. So
yeah.
maybe I'll do a piano. I might do a piano album next.
Oh,
That'd be good.
yeah, you're so creative.
Well, we'll see.
So if there's a first time listener that wants to hear a track from your album, what would you recommend? Like one
Yeah,
track.
Ooh, oh, this is why I put Billy Cousins first.
Oh,
I
okay,
just
yeah,
think,
I
I
figured.
think it's
I love how you put that first. Really,
well,
it's
it kind of
catchy.
it draws you in a bit, and because the second song, "I'm Happy If You're Happy," is so different to that, you kind of don't know really what you're going to get the rest of the album. So we tried a lot of different orders, um, and I think we got there in the end. Um, but yeah, Billy Cousins, because I just think, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Prince, so to have that funky edge, that it's almost the hard dancey stuff that Prince did.
Hmm.
Um, I like the Batman stuff that he did and all that, but
Oh
just that,
yeah. Uh-huh.
and then just to go into something that's got a double bass, like,
Oh yeah.
completely different vibe.
You can totally hear the double bass too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, yeah. I think, I mean, uh, total music lover. Her and her half, Wes. They're out busking today. I've just seen them in town, busking by the river, just for fun, and they sounded brilliant. And they got a big crowd around them. You know, it's just music. It's fabulous, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're certainly really
it's all
good
cool.
songs. I mean, like I mentioned, I love the way your voice sounds and the when you're doing this. Just
Oh,
everything
thank you.
goes right. You got that great voice, and thank you for doing the mic. In this interview, it really does a
Well,
good.
this is my one and only mic, so everything was recorded with this mic. I just point this mic at everything and hope that it sounds okay. Just about get. I don't have a lot of knowledge, studio technical knowledge, but I've learned working with producers in the past in the bands that I've been in. I've absorbed. I've seen how they've done things, and I thought, oh, good, yeah, okay, I got that, could do that. So it is amazing what you can do with a computer, a
Hmm.
few odd instruments, and a microphone. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. So
Yeah. Well, you're innovative. Um.
I think you have to be if you don't have because you go in these lush studios that have got banks and banks of gear, which I'm a bit lost in. I think the less that you've got to work with, it does lead you down certain paths,
Hmm.
recording process wise. So you get happy accidents, and sometimes you just have to hit something with something,
Hmm.
and to get what you're after, rather than dig it out of a bank of sound effects that you might have or something like that. Just yeah,
Yeah.
whack something hard with a stick, then add it to a real drum, and yeah, that's hopefully makes it sound a little bit different to some things. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. And thank you to the kids for lending me all those wonderful instruments.
Yeah, yeah, those are that's
Uh,
really creative stuff that you're doing there. Might as well put them to use, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Lily, the oldest one, she who's got up and played with us. She actually got up and played the xylophone at
Uh,
the gigs as well, and she was really nervous to start with. She said, I don't think I'm good enough. I was like, don't be ridiculous. Um, and then when there's a crowd there, there was no stopping her. She was totally went for it and backing vocals and everything. So it worked great. So
so you know what?
yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about that album cover, of Trouble Delight. I wanted to ask you about Trouble Delight, the food and the food in that picture. Did you try it by any
I did not buy any of that food. No. Good God, no. I
chance?
think I mean, most of it's possibly fruit. I'm not sure whether
Yeah.
any of it's real.
Well, what's really interesting is some of these YouTubers, right? These social media people that do this food thing, they travel all over the place. Usually those Asian countries where they do these things, and they try the food like right away. I'm
Okay.
trying this, and then they buy it. They're buying, and then you can see these guys, preparing this food. They have no gloves on.
Yeah.
Flies are going on the food,
Oh, there's a hot climate as well, isn't it?
and
It's
then
a
they just
recipe
eat
for
it. They eat it,
disaster.
and then they tell you what it tastes like. Sometimes they go, "It's really good. It's really good. I would rate this."
Oh man.
I'm like, okay. And so it's interesting how you find these things. Some of them are. what are they called? Like this one right here. Look how it's so reasonably priced that you can just buy it and eat it and go on your merry way.
The
But
trouble is that guy's probably cycled about 30 miles to get to his spot in the first place in baking hot temperatures.
I know they work so
If
hard
some
to
of that's
get it.
meat, oh God, I don't know.
Yeah.
God knows. Yeah, dodgy.
But it's a great picture. Troubled Delight is your latest album. Was released
Yeah,
was released on Valentine's Day. I'm glad you picked that date. And I'm looking forward to your next album when it comes out. And you know,
might
you
be piano. It might just be piano
yeah,
in
yeah,
my Elton John phase.
yeah. I could see you doing the piano in these short songs. You know, that's be great.
Yeah. Well, again, because I can't play the piano, I might accidentally get some nice ideas. That's how it tends to work. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, we look forward to that. But
Brilliant.
thank you so much, Mick Butler. Sticky is the name of the band, and the album's out now, Troubled Delight. And of course, if you people want to check out your music, you have a Bandcamp page and also your website, sickyb.com.
Yeah, you'll find all the links there. You can find everything there.
And then
That's
social
what the
media,
that's
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
all of that. All
YouTube.
of that.
Mhm. Okay. Well,
Awesome.
thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being interested. Thank you.
Thank you. All
Take
right.
care.